What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is. Let's get into this. What's up, everybody?
Sorry.
My voice is a little hoarse today. I've been screaming lunatic all day yesterday, so
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little
I've been listening to.
I don't know. I've got a frog in my throat, or
Sure, we'll call it a frog. You call it whatever you want, buddy.
or whatever. I don't know. I got something curled up in there.
All right. Anyways.
Anywho,
What's up, horror fam? It's Ryan and JT back at it again, as you hear. You guys know you love us. Anyways,
don't hate me.
Anyways, we got a
Anyway.
special guest with us.
We got
tonight.
some cool shit going on.
Let me tell you about who we have tonight on our show.
I like that.
So tonight
You're
we
gonna
got
have to do all the sultry tonight because I can't pull it off.
Oh yeah,
I can pull it, but I can't pull it off.
smooth jam.
There you go.
All right, guys. Tonight we got a good special guest that we love, you guys love, and we're gonna talk about a bunch of nonsense that you guys love, and you're gonna love it. That's all that matters.
It's man.
We're just hot as love.
I was just gonna say that,
I knew
but
you
hey,
were. I beat you to it.
hell yeah.
But anyways, guys,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got Mr. D.A. Roberts into his
Let's
house.
get him in here.
What's up, guys?
Up, DA?
What up?
How you guys doing, man?
Oh my God, you would not even believe it
Yeah, because we don't even know.
because we don't know. We really don't know.
It's the 1st of October, which is awesome for us. It's a whole holiday month.
It's hog holiday.
Here we go.
Everybody's
Favorite time of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As you saw, I was doing some decorating
It
today.
is looking mighty nice. Nice.
It's looking quite creepy out at my front yard.
I like it.
We like I said, it was funny. I was going all day yesterday, doing the lunatic thing, and my wife knows that I have to put that stuff out either last weekend of September, first weekend of October. Well, we got both this weekend, so I'm like, we got to do it. She said, you're gonna be gone all day Saturday. I said, I don't care. You're gonna work your ass off on Sunday. And she said, bullshit. And I said, okay, I'm gonna call your brother. He'll come down and help me. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, her brother showed up this morning. My God, that boy just don't stop.
I said, look good out there.
Oh
Looks
my
good.
God. If he wouldn't have been here, her and I wouldn't have got near as much done because I was wore out after yesterday,
Right.
and
Well, that's what happens.
Ryan, take it easy on him. He's an old man.
yeah, I'm old, dude.
I don't know what the meaning of take it easy is.
Take it easy.
I'm sitting there listening to Slaughter Prevail while I'm doing it.
He's slaughtering something, man. So, DA, what the hell's up with you, dude? We haven't talked to you in forever, man.
It's been a hot minute. Just still
Yeah.
writing books and doing podcasts and, being my usual aggravating self to my wife.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I give her a hard time constantly, but she gives it right back.
And she
Right?
loves you unconditionally, or at least
We've
that's
been
what they tell
30
us.
years, so she's pretty much up for sainthood at this point for putting up with my shenanigans.
Yes. Aren't we all? Yeah, my wife, I'm lucky that she's just as morbid as I am, so it works out.
Yeah. You got to find that equal level of crazy. That's
Guys
how it
just
works out.
celebrated an anniversary too.
Yeah, our anniversary was it was our 12-year wedding anniversary, but the month prior to that, we had been together 22 years.
That's awesome, dude.
So
I did too. My anniversary is next weekend, and what am I doing? I'm going to a fucking haunted house with this idiot.
hell yeah, guys.
It's so romantic.
Yeah.
So romantic. Oh yeah, and by the way, he messaged me and they're gonna let us go through for free if you want to and all that.
Nice,
jazz. So,
Where's the haunted house at?
Sullivan.
Yep. So guys, if you want to come check us out live and all that good jazz, we're gonna be in Sullivan, Missouri.
At Terror on Route 66.
Yep.
That sounds
Yeah.
Be a cool
badass.
deal. I don't have their info or anything on me, so we're just gonna wing it. They're in Sullivan, Missouri, right on 44.
Yep. You can't miss
If
it.
you're driving on 44, headed towards St. Louis, and you will see it on the left.
It's on the
But
North
once
Outer
you
Road.
see it, it's too late. You got to turn around and go back
It's
to
the
the
North
exit.
Outer, it's off the North Outer Road there in Sullivan.
So yeah, get off at Sullivan exit, get on the North Outer Road, and
You can't miss it.
yeah, you can't miss this place. It's huge. Huge.
It's gonna be a good time. They got a hold of us and they said, "Hey, you guys want to come out and do a live show?" And we're like, "Yeah, people."
Are you
like
insane?
People
Of course
like
we do.
that.
You ever listen to our show? Do you really want us out there?
Yeah. You know, we always say that.
It's not a family-friendly event, so
Yeah.
I guess that's
We always say that,
We'll
but
be
everybody,
okay.
every time we go on a show, they tend to like us.
yeah. I
You know,
don't know.
maybe
We can be respectable sometimes.
sometimes.
Well, on occasion.
Probably not tonight though. We got our buddy Da on the show.
There's
with
no
us, so
respectability in this room.
we're fucking letting it all fly.
That's right. I've been excited all week for coming on the show. Ryan's been keeping me stoked, sending me nudes all week.
Fuck yeah!
I mean, they're not my nudes, but you don't know that.
I do now.
oh Lord,
No, man. Yeah.
that's JT's baby dick. You're saying? oh God, we gotta edit that out.
No way. No editing on.
No
the show.
editing on this show.
It's just a
Just
tiny
let it all
edit.
fly.
Yeah, it'd be just a tiny edit.
It wouldn't take much, that's for sure.
Oh Lord,
That's for sure.
they wouldn't even be able to see the blur out on here.
It'd be like one pixel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's single pixel blur.
Jesus. All right, moving on. Moving on. I just snorted. I'm sorry.
On a bigger note,
I'm tickled.
yeah, man. No, I'm glad that we got you on here, dude. And whenever you told me, you're like, "Hey, I want to get down there and do some stuff in the field," I'm like, "Hell yeah," because we need to get out and about and do some things too. And actually, like you said, October probably going to be more in November, early November. We probably be able to do some stuff.
God, October is so tough, man.
Yeah, it's a. I know he's really, really busy, and
It's always good to wait till the ticks die down.
yeah, trust me. Yeah, we went. I literally was just on the river about 20 minutes before I got here. We took the kids out fishing. One of my son's buddies stayed the night last night, and then that's all they do is trap and hunt, fish, and
You some bitches go. You some bitches take me out there. We're gonna have to shake the place down for spiders first.
Oh, bro. So we went out there, right? And the only thing they caught was a damn copperhead.
Oh God.
And it got snug on it.
Cut the line. Cut the line.
Oh no, he drug it out, and Eli's my son's buddy. He's like, you don't know how many copperheads I've killed. And he drags it in, takes a stick, and stabs it in the head, and he cuts its head off. And he's only 10, by the way.
Jeez.
Kid's got no fear.
I needed that kid over here last week.
He's crazy, man. He hunts and traps everything. He freaking, I mean, his family, they got like freaking 600 acres or something crazy. And
I'm with JT. If there's spiders around, I'm
bro,
out.
did you see the spider?
Did you see the picture I put on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah, that was right outside the front door of my house.
I'd have been mag dumping that thing.
That
It would not be the first time I shot a spider. Kid you not.
I've lived in this house for 17 plus years, and I've seen some decent sized spiders around here, but nothing like that. That thing was straight out tarantula.
Yeah.
It was every bit 5.5, 6 inches in diameter. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah, that's
Huge.
worthy.
Huge.
We were camping out in
huge.
Mark Twain, and I got out of my tent, and there was a spider web right next to my tent that hadn't been there when I got in the tent.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
There was a freaking wolf spider about this big
Oh, yeah.
around. I'm like, no, pow!
Yeah. Yeah, this thing, man, I sprayed it down with some spider killer, and it laughed at me. Ryan said, you should have taken off your shoe and hit it. I was like, dude, it would have taken my shoe away from me and beat me with it.
Just don't spray it with Axe body spray. It'll start dancing for money.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh man,
Won't be able to stop talking about CrossFit.
It'll join a volunteer
All of a
firefighter
sudden,
unit
his name's
somewhere.
Brett.
Yeah, Miss Brett. I do CrossFit.
It's funny. I was doing CrossFit for a while, and there was a guy there. His name was Brett. It's funny because I know his wife really well. She worked with me at the dealership, and somebody had posted a meme about spraying something with Axe body spray, and now his name's Brett, and he does CrossFit.
Oh,
And
that's
of course,
hilarious.
me, the asshole I am, I sent it to her. Yeah, the next time I saw him at CrossFit, he was like just evil
Giving you
eyeing
the
me across
stink
the room. No, he's a super cool guy. Super cool guy.
So yeah, man, I've been catching some of your lives and stuff like that. I try to go on, people's shows and just comment, say what's up. I share guys everything, all their stuff. But you guys have been doing a lot of cool episodes and stuff like that.
Thanks, man.
I seen one of your last ones was like about the cryptids, the forgotten cryptids, or that, or no, cryptids that thought were extinct. But
extinct. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good one.
It's funny how many animals that were considered extinct, and we're not just talking the coelacanth. Yeah, coelacanth. There are other animals that they believe were extinct that people are still seeing all over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's and that's what's crazy to me. And
yeah, the coelacanth, they caught that off of Madagascar, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said it had been extinct for like 6 million years, and the people in Madagascar had been eating them for generations.
Right, right.
Yeah, keep on thinking they're extinct, buddy.
They're like, yeah, they're really good. So tasty.
That's so crazy. I mean, but it makes sense, I mean, especially.
I mean, the world is so big. I mean, we can't see everything.
Well, with the ocean,
there's so much that's unexplored.
Right. Well, especially like the ocean. Yeah.
Right. Right. Who knows what's down there? And that's just like someone was talking about the other day, and everyone made jokes about it, and it was crazy and it was messed up. But like when that freaking submarine thing went away,
I'm sorry. I was just going to say that. Well, we know one thing that's down there.
Subway. No,
debris.
Yeah.
Debris.
Well, what's funny, and then someone I was just talking to, and they were like, yeah, man, how do we know there wasn't a giant octopus? I'm like, we don't.
Sorry for all the people that just turned the episode off. For those that are still here.
I think the first clue was the pilot was using a PS2 controller to run it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen some of my kids do some crazy shit with these controllers.
I've done
but not at 14,000 feet.
Hey,
oh my God.
Go big, go home.
Yeah, I've done some sketchy shit in my life, but
it's crazy too, because like I know that Josh Gates was supposed to be was gonna go down there with them, but he chose not to.
Well, good thing.
Well, because he went on the test voyage of the thing, and he's like, no.
Yeah, he's a wise man. Like, so he decided
like, this is sketchy as hell. I'm not going.
We ain't doing that shit.
I believe they were gonna let him go for free too. So like he was very wise on that, because I actually like Josh Gates. I love all that stuff he does. Too. He does a lot of cool shit. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if there was a giant octopus or whatever that could be down there? It's pretty crazy, man. I was actually listening to Jocko's podcast, Jocko Willink. Shout out to him.
Jocko Pastorius.
Yeah. The man, he's not, it's not horror related, but he was talking to another SEAL because he was in the Navy. I don't know if you know who he is. Mm-hmm. But Jocko was talking to, he had another SEAL on there, and they were telling some stories about like training and stuff and how they use those like those little one person submarine things that go around your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
So they use those a lot. And I think what he said though, there was like, this one had like 3 people in it. It was some weird setup or something. And he said, man, yeah. And he's like, dude, he was talking about how like your feet and everything's out of it.
Yeah.
He's like, and you're going.
So they got 3 heads and one little bubble.
No,
I'd be looking at the other people and sneezing.
Well, what's fucked up is he's like, you're sitting there and you're swimming, and your legs and your whole body's exposed except for like your upper torso, Right. And he's like, you will feel stuff, just big giant shit just go across your body. He's like, and you don't know what the fuck it is. He's like, and it's so crazy.
I got an idea about that. Fuck that.
Yeah. I've got a buddy who was a Navy SEAL, and I said, tell me something, creepy. He's like, well, I can't tell you where we were or what we were doing there. He said, because that part's still classified. He said, but my team left the airlock on a sub, and we were swimming free across open water for this island. And he said, we're swimming along, staying in formation. He said, and I looked down, and just at the edge of where the light was penetrating, something as big as the sub swam by. It didn't come up for air, and it didn't go deeper. He goes, I just kept my head straight ahead on where we were supposed to be and kicked like crazy. Because I don't know what it was, and I didn't want to know.
No, thank you.
See, and that's scary shit. I could not imagine being out in the open waters.
Dude, I get freaked out at the lake, man.
Right.
Like, we went out to Table Rock, and we were with some friends, and they had a boat, and take the boat out in the middle of the lake. And all of a sudden, they're all jumping off into the water, and I strapped on my vest, and I just went flying off the boat. And about the time I hit the water, I'm like, I don't know what's down there. Shit, I was scrambling trying to get back in that boat.
I get
I was
nervous
like,
when I can't touch bottom anymore.
Yeah,
It's
I
messy.
was, and I asked the guy, he had a depth finder, and he was like, yeah, it's like 130 feet or something like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
There's some big ass carp up there for sure.
I've got all the natural
Spoon bill.
buoyancy of a brick. So
Yeah. Well, I had a life vest on, so I was praying that it, I was like a guy jumping out of an airplane praying the parachute works. I hope I'm not too
he had his
fat for this
inflatable
life
water
vest.
wings on.
Yeah. Hope I'm not too fat for this life vest.
Oh, jeez. See, I float.
You got one that like goes like, around my crotch.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because when we float, I don't even use tubes on it. I just use a life vest, and I'll just put it in front of me and let it like sit. I'll just put my arms over it and float, or I'll do that. I'll sit it in between my legs and just sit and float the whole river that way.
Yeah,
No boat, no nothing.
Not me.
I like
Not
it.
me. I'll tell you, it was funny. My wife and I, we one year we went to Cancun, and we had never been there, and she wanted to do something fun. She said, let's do something we've never got to do.
Menage a trois.
And, I thought we were going to have sex, but that's not what was, but she said, hey, let's try parasailing. And I'm like, okay, whatever, So
have you not seen Jurassic Park 3? You know what happens when you parasail?
Well, yeah. So we go out there, and I should have known. So the boat is out in the ocean, and this little Mexican kid comes flying up on the beach on a freaking jet ski, and he's like, "Here, I'm gonna roll back out into the water, and you just climb on the back." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, I'm kind of dumpy, and so I grab a hold of this jet ski, and I lift myself up, and I put my foot on the running board, and it like flipped over, and I doused both of us. And he was like, yeah, no, you can't do it like that. I said, okay. Because we were both going to try and get on there. He was going to take us both out there at the same time because it was a pretty good sized jet ski. Right. So anyway, he takes me out there, takes me to the boat. They get me on the boat. And they take my wife. He goes back and he gets my wife, takes her out there. And this parasail that they had, it was really cool. It was like a double wide, like almost like a lawn chair that had a big floaty on it. So we're both sitting like right side by side. And it's sitting on the deck of the boat, and you're sitting there and and they're like, okay, you guys ready? And I'm like, well, wait a minute, where's the seatbelt on this thing? And there's like, there's not one. Well, wait, dude, wait. Wait. He's like, you cannot fall out of this thing. Bullshit. I can fall out of anything.
Did you not see me
fell
try
out
to get
of
on
the
a jet ski
bathtub the other day?
Did you not just try to see me get on a jet ski?
So yeah, no shit. Did you not see the jet ski incident 5 minutes ago? So anyway, we get on this thing, and we're sitting on the deck of the boat, and the boat, you hear the boat ramp up, and it takes off, and all of a sudden, and I'm looking back behind me, and I see the chute come up, poof, and then all of a sudden, the little chairs like floating above the deck, and he was like, okay, you guys ready? And he hits the button, and he shot us out, and we're about, I don't know, 10 feet above the boat or something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And he was like, all right, you ready? And he pushed us out a little farther, and we were about, I don't know, 25, 30 feet out from the boat. And I'm like, yeah, dude, this is cool. And I'm looking over at the fucking beach, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is badass. He's like, thumbs up. He gives me a thumbs up, and I was like, I gave him a thumbs up, and he was like, flick, and he flicked the thing, and the boat took off, and all of a sudden it was like this boat just went to the size of a fucking microdot on the fucking ocean, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, and it was in a matter of seconds, and I was like, holy shit. And I look at my wife, and she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking badass. So we're staying in this hotel. It's a 12-story hotel. So the building is like 14 stories tall. Okay. Right on the beach. I look over at our hotel, and I can see over the roof of our fucking hotel. I'm like, motherfucker. Then I had a death grip on everything I could get my hands on, because I'm afraid of heights,
I'm right there with you.
And
bro.
I'm like, oh my God, if I fall out of this thing, I know that's water, but it's gonna hurt.
Oh no, it'll kill you.
It's
No,
gonna
I-
hurt.
It's
You
gonna be
bet.
like hitting concrete.
So I
at
don't
that
know
height.
how fucking high we were at fucking. I don't know.
I know how high you
high.
wish you were when that happened.
Oh my god! I hadn't even started smoking weed yet, you know. But dude, it was funny. It was like within a split second, it was a full size boat to a freaking micro dot on the fucking water down there. I was like, Jesus Christ! What the hell, dude?
I hate heights. I hate them.
I'm not a fan.
I do gotta say, I'm glad we did it because it was really fucking cool. I learned something that I'll never fucking do again.
Yeah,
You know. So,
my
It's
wife
the anti-bucket list. It's
Yeah,
shit I
yeah.
will never ever do again.
yeah. So you know.
my wife's always sending me videos of these people doing shit. She's like, "Oh, we're going to do this," and it was like this chick fucking bungee jumping through the fucking Grand Canyon, like fucking
Oh yeah. I've seen
thousands
some.
fucking stories of shit, and I'm just like, "Fuck no, are you
Yeah.
nuts?" I don't
Dude, it
think
was
so.
funny. When we got back to the boat, I'm pretty sure I kissed the guy that, you know, fucking put us in that chair.
And yeah, we don't
You know.
care about the rest of the story.
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah. Well, he ended up in
And then
room
the
with me later.
threesome happened.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the menage happened.
Yeah, it was me and the captain and this dude that put us in the seat. I was just happy to be back on
Yeah.
something.
Called himself Captain Ron.
Something. No, but it was a good time though. It was a good time.
So, I mean, speaking of cryptids and stuff like that, because I thought we'd try to get into a little bit of that stuff tonight.
Okay.
You know, when you guys are doing some of the, I guess, research and stuff into the cryptids and stuff that are, or animals that you thought were extinct or whatever, what's one of the most, I guess, convincing or most, the one that has the most evidence that is actually still around, or a cryptid that is actually around that no one really knows of or believes in that much?
Well, the thylacine or the Tasmanian tiger, I think we're right about on the cusp of proving it's still here, because there's a number of researchers that have been following those things around. They've got pictures on trail cams. They've got eyewitness sightings all over the place. In fact, one of my moderators on my channel, his wife and his mom saw one behind their house in Australia. So I think we're right on the edge of scratching the Tasmanian tiger off the extinct species list. I think it's still out there.
Okay, wait a minute. Tasmanian tiger. Is that like the Tasmanian devil?
No.
It's very different. It has
Okay.
a really weird jaw structure. It can unhinge its jaw like way wider. Like this thing could pick
Like a
up a
snake?
basketball. No, not like a
shit.
snake. It's just its jaw is like, when you look at it, you expect it to have a jaw like a dog, but then it opens its mouth and it's like, pow.
Yeah, and it's got like the tail end of like, it kind of looks like a tiger. Like
The reason they call it that is it's got stripes on it.
the stripes on it. It looks like a mix between like a tiger and a dog, kind of.
It does kind of.
You know, and they had the video of like the last one that was considered
Last one in captivity.
in captivity. Yeah, you'll see that one. Yeah, so there you go. Look it up. Yeah, see?
That it?
Yeah, let's bring that up. Can we bring those up or no?
Yeah. I think I gotta download them, but
Okay. Well, I mean,
You
we
could probably
use that.
share your
Is that it,
screen
though?
too.
yeah, at least you can see it anyway.
Oh, I can share screen.
Hmm?
Wait, we could do that.
Yeah, let's try that one.
How do I
We did it before. Go to the
present? Oh, here we go. Share screen. Windows, entire screen. That one.
there you go.
Share.
Bring it.
Okay,
bring
so
it up.
this is what DA is talking about here. This
Yes.
guy here,
That's
Yep.
a thylacine.
thylacine.
And
Dude,
there's
check this guy out.
Look how wide it can open its mouth.
yeah, look at that. All right.
Wow, I've never even heard of this, dude.
Really? They got a video actually.
Dude, they're kind of badass looking, man. I
They're
think I want one of
badass
these things.
But I think they're right on the cusp of bringing that one back from the extinction list, because there's so many instances of people catching them on trail cams, so many eyewitness sightings. And this isn't like Bigfoot.
Oh my
This isn't
God.
something that people still dispute whether or not it even existed. We know this existed. It just disappeared. And we had a recent one here in the United States of an animal that was completely claimed to be extinct. The ivory-billed woodpecker was said to be completely extinct, and then suddenly there's a population of them in Arkansas.
Ivory
that
bill,
thing, dude.
Yeah, look at the mouth on that thing.
Jesus. Dude, that's badass, man.
Yeah, I can't believe you've never heard of that.
I never heard of that.
They have an actual video of the last one that was the last one considered to be in captivity.
That's crazy.
And the last one they actually thought was alive.
Some bones and stuff. Wow. All right, dude. I'm intrigued.
But I think the one that concerns me the most,
right,
about it being, it not being dead, is there are sightings in Canada and Alaska, and even a few in Montana and Idaho, of a bear that they describe differently. And most conservation agencies are like, it's just a misidentification of a grizzly bear. But what people are describing seeing is the supposedly extinct short-faced bear.
Oh, dude, no.
The short-faced bear makes the grizzly bear look like a teddy bear.
Makes the polar bear look like a teddy bear.
They were the largest species of bear that ever walked the earth. They were the most lethal land predator of their age.
Look at that third picture. This is they did a rendition of what
16 to 18 feet tall on its hind legs, close to 2,000 pounds. If one of them stood in front of your house and you had your average one-story house, it could look over your house into your backyard.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Dude. Wow.
It was like twice or three times the size of a polar bear.
Yeah.
They say that this is people who were coming across the Bering Strait, probably a lot of them would have been come in contact or killed by
the short-faced
bear.
And this thing was massively powerful.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a modern day grizzly bear on steroids.
I was gonna say, if you think about think about a grizzly bear alone, and then imagine something that's double, if not triple the size.
Well, a really big grizzly bear would be 12 to 14 feet tall and weigh about 1,200 pounds.
Right.
A big one of these, easily 20 feet tall on its hind legs, and weigh as much as a SUV.
Yeah. So think about this too. They also have longer limbs.
Yes.
They had
and they were fast.
If you notice all these renditions, see how their limbs are a lot longer.
Yeah, they were
all
fast.
These pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these things are just a freaking, oh man.
That's the one I hope isn't still out there.
Right.
That's not something you survive if you go camping. Because I don't think I own a firearm that was capable of bringing one down.
I don't know. I think, a few rounds from a 45-70 might do it.
Look at this guy. Jesus.
Yeah, something something that would be crazy, and who I'd like to hear from, because I follow a lot of hunters that like hunt deep, and I mean they hike miles and miles and miles into the middle of like BC and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
And you don't hear too many stories about that kind of stuff from them. I'd like to see if I can't look up some hunters that are, pretty famous for doing that, see what their thoughts are on
well, the thing is what most scientists think it went extinct is a lot of its larger game supposedly went extinct at the same time. But a bear that size could easily kill elk, moose.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Caribou. That would be plenty of meat to keep one alive. So the habitat is still there. I mean, especially you get up into like British Columbia, northern Canada, over in the Yukon Territory and in northern Alaska. There's plenty of habitat where this thing could still be.
Well, not only that, but I mean, Russia as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you would have more of a chance of, I feel you would probably have more of a chance of seeing these in Russia and there being stories coming from Russia because of the way the land is, how a lot of that land is just uninhabited.
Yeah. So same with Canada and Alaska. A lot of northern Canada has no villages, nothing. There are valleys and mountain ranges up in Canada where they believe that no human has ever actually even set foot.
Wow.
Just insane how much wilderness there was. In fact, I read an article about Alaska that if you took everybody in Alaska and spread them out across the state, there would be less than one person per square mile.
Dang.
Wow.
See, and I mean, in the territory the way it is, like something like that could survive.
Mhm.
You know, it's
As long as it can find a food source.
right.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But
Well, look,
when,
polar
when you're
bears-
that size, you could eat anything you damn well please.
Polar bears are, 12, 13 feet tall, and they
Yeah.
survive. You know,
Yeah.
they're eating seals, they're eating, fish, slow Eskimos. They're eating it.
Brutal, man. But people don't understand, like a polar bear is like the most dangerous bear. Aside that
It's a pure carnivore.
Yeah, they don't eat no, grizzlies will eat berries and stuff like that. And,
Right. Black bears are the same.
yeah,
They're
bears
omnivores.
come
Polar bears
out
are
of the womb
straight up
eating
killers.
meat out of the womb. So this thing makes a polar bear look like a freaking,
Teddy bear.
like a teddy
Jesus.
bear. So
Polar bears are taller, but not as broad as a grizzly bear. Pound for pound, grizzly bears weigh as much or more than a polar bear. Polar bears are just taller. Because if you look at a grizzly bear and a polar bear side
From all
by
that
side,
Coca-Cola they've been drinking.
you can see that the grizzly bear is much broader and much more. It's like Legolas next to Gimli. He's much broader and thicker of bone.
right,
But the short faced bear was both taller and broader
right,
than the polar bear.
combination. The perfect killing machine.
It was
Yeah.
the
That's
greatest
insane.
land going killer of its day.
Man,
Now,
that's
granted, it
crazy.
probably wouldn't have lasted against a T-Rex, but there wasn't anything like that when it was around.
Yeah, see, and I've heard some stories about like T-Rex, how like there's some scientists who say that it was really just a scavenger. It would eat.
Even most big bears are. I mean,
Right.
it's all about conservation of energy when you deal with predators.
Right.
It's how much energy do they have to expend for the meal intake? As large predators can't. It's not like they can pop over to the doctor like we do. If they get hurt hunting something, they're probably going to die.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's like most bears, like when you're hunting elk and stuff like that, a bear, they'll let you do all the work.
And then they'll come and take
your kill.
They'll come and claim it.
So
100%.
they're not,
You gotta,
even the biggest
I've
of
heard
known
animals doing
predators
that.
aren't above eating something they find.
oh, right. So, I could just imagine, running into one of these freaking things coming across the Barren Strait, you're already freaking exhausted and tired. And if the weather don't kill you, then you got to worry about this damn monster coming out of the woods and freaking.
It's like the joke I've made on our show more than once. If you're a 1,400, 1,500 pound bear and you walk out of the woods and it's getting close to hibernation time and you're hungry and you've got to put on weight, but you've got to know how much energy you've got to expend, and you look to your left and you see a deer running down the trail at 40 miles an hour. And then you look to the right and see a guy in a pair of Birkenstocks with headphones on bipping through the woods. The bear's got to be going, I bet this guy's slower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well,
Absolutely.
it's crazy, man. I mean, there's monsters out there right now. Like, I mean, I don't know if people really understand like big cats, like cougars, mountain lions and stuff. You do not.
There we go. There's my kind of bear right there. Right there.
Doesn't believe in you either.
But mountain lions are so scary, dude. I mean, scary. A big cat first of all, it's going to see you before you see it.
Right.
And it's probably already knows right where you're at, and it's probably been following you for a minute. Me and we go down to the rivers and stuff a lot and stuff and creeks, and we were walking down Mill Creek. We were walking the dog and stuff, and we were just walking upriver in the water, walking upriver. And we were coming around this corner. And we're in the middle of this big, the Mark Twain National Forest. And me and my wife's like, "Do you smell that?" I'm like, come around the corner. I'm like, "Man, that smells like a freaking, like a cat den is what it smelled like." You know what I mean? It smelled like fucking.
I do that to all the people at work.
Do you smell that?
I'll fucking shit my pants. I'll be like, "Man, you smell that?
You guys smell popcorn?
It smells like popcorn."
That's so funny. I just watched Shaun of the Dead the other day, and part where he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Sorry," and he starts. Oh man, he's like, "I wasn't gonna stop for you." But anyways, so we were walking through this creek, or it's actually, it's a big creek. We're walking through this creek and we get around this corner, and my boys are running around on the actual rocks. Me and my wife's walking in the water with the dog, and she's like, "You smell that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it smells kind of like a freaking litter box, but not no fresh one." It's
Right.
like it. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, "Man, we probably need to get out of here." And my boys are walking, and there's like an opening of sand and stuff up on top of this sand and rock mixture, but there's trees blocking it. And my boys walk up in there, and my dad's like, or my son's like, "Dad, come here." It's like, "Look at this track." And I'm like, I walk up there, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that's a big ass cat," because it was every bit about this big.
Wow.
And I'm like, "That's a big ass cat." I'm like, "We can get out here." And I turn around, and when I turn around to leave to go back through the little entryway, there's probably 30 or 40 piles of big cat fucking poop all in the sand in this area.
Yeah. Look
like,
at the time.
Yeah,
time to go.
I'm like, "Boys, we got to get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "Get out of here." And my dog was freaking the hell out. And I got a blue pit, and like she's lovey dog, but she hates other animals, so she definitely would took off after it. And I was like, "We gotta get out of here like now." I'm like, it was crazy the amount of poop I seen over there, dude.
I mean, yeah, definitely had a den there. Then
that's not counting the poop in your pants,
right?
Either.
Well, and when you see something like that, dude, I got 2 little boys, my wife and my dog. I'm like, we got to get the hell out of here. That cat could have came out and took my 6-year-old like that, and there ain't a fucking thing I could have done about it.
Right.
That's why I never go places like that unarmed ever.
See, I had my gun, but it was in the freaking Jeep. I didn't know I didn't realize.
Don't do you no good in the Jeep.
Well, I didn't realize we were going to walk that far up. I thought we were just going to hang out, down, and she just kept walking. I'm like, "Well, fuck."
Dude, I live in Springfield. I don't check my mail without a pistol on.
Well, I don't blame you living in Springfield.
Yeah, we want out of here. Believe me.
Yeah.
Well, we got a spot right down here for you.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Telling you, move down this way. My wife works in real estate.
There's all kinds of property
I'll
around
find
here.
you whatever you need.
So I could find a place like right between the two of you.
Shit, DA, I'll pitch you a tent right over here in my yard.
I'm pitching a tent for you right now.
I bet you pitch me a tent. You sick bastards. I love you
guys. I try. But no, seriously, if you guys are interested in moving, you just let me know. I can find you whatever you fucking need. My wife's a badass when it comes to finding houses for people. So
I wouldn't mind living up in that area.
Yeah.
So our only real qualifications is we got to have good internet, because I stream, my son streams, and my book marketing depends on good internet. Yeah. That's my qualification right there.
JT's got some badass internet.
Dude, so I'm actually in Rolla, and unfortunately here, well, it's not really unfortunately, but there's only one internet provider, and it's Fidelity. And, I've kind of fought them for years. Well, they just really upped their game. They jumped me. I was paying, X amount for 100 meg worth of service. So I was getting 100 upload or 100 download and 5 upload. And when I was pulling it off, we've been doing this show here for 5 years now, and, they just upped their game. For the same amount of money, I'm getting a gig of download, and my upload is about 60.
Nice.
I went from it taking 45 minutes to an hour and a half to upload a YouTube video to usually when I click the button, it'll tell me like 4 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like that area up there. I mean, that's not far from where I grew up.
Right. Well, I mean, you guys shoot me a damn message. You got my number. Shoot me a message. My wife can find you whatever the hell you want.
Sweet.
She can find anything. So, but yeah,
DA, let's talk about what's your favorite cryptid that you've actually researched. And
well, I'm always going to have a soft spot in my heart for Bigfoot. That's the one that really got me started.
It's the one that really tickles your pickle.
Pretty much.
It's all those damn romance novels he's been reading.
That's right.
It's Snatch Squatch. Snatch Squatch.
Well, I grew up on I'm a Missouri hillbilly. I grew up on tales of Momo the Monster and the Patterson Gimlin footage and all that. So Bigfoot's one that really got me into it. But in the last few years, I've really gotten into Dogman as well. I just find it very fascinating. Lots of people seeing these things, and historically, when you start digging in digging into the history of Dogman, you realize that sightings on these things go back to the Roman Empire. It's not something somebody just started seeing a couple of years ago and now it's a phenomenon.
Right.
The sighting on these things go back a long time.
Well, I guess I guess I seen one. I didn't even know.
Yep.
So this kind of popped into my head just now.
8 inches.
Well, yeah, you know how my brain works. It's fucked up. So people are forever telling stories about hellhounds.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've heard them. I've heard them. Ryan's heard. I mean, everybody's heard stories about hellhounds. Is there possibly a link between these hellhounds and dogmen?
You know, I've thought that. I've also thought there might possibly be a link between hellhound sightings and the Ozark Howler. But there's been a lot of descriptions from people that have had eyewitness sightings of dogmen that describe it approaching on all fours. And then before it gets to its hind legs, they hear kind of a popping sound. And I think it's able to like change the morphology of its hands. I think when it's on all fours, it runs like it has paws. But I think when it stands up, it basically just uncurls its fingers. So I think that's the popping sound they're hearing. So it's entirely possible that, Dogman and Hellhound may have a great deal of overlap.
Hell yeah. So and that's what's interesting to me.
I don't know. You got a weird pop-up thing going on here.
Oh, that's my Stream Elements. It's attached to my, I use StreamYard. I use OBS. I use OBS for my streaming because it manages my green screen and stuff.
Nice.
And when I added Stream Elements to my OBS, whenever somebody subscribes to my channel or does a super chat or joins the channel, it gives me a little message pop up like that.
Oh, that's sweet. We'll eventually get into that.
It's pretty easy and it doesn't cost you anything.
Once we figure it out, we're doing stuff on there. But no, So that's like whenever I had that thing that happened to me, we talked about a couple times, I had no idea at the time, but that's exactly what I saw,
And when you described the hands, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I had no idea. I just remember seeing that. I'm just like, what the fuck? But I mean, this area it's really it's the cave systems, it's everything.
It's the dense forest.
Yes, it's something that's crazy too. So what I'm hearing. And this is kind of getting into I might be able to have some cool interviews here soon with some certain type of people, but there's a Native American group that's been buying up a bunch of land around here, and they've been buying up houses and businesses and things like that in certain areas. I think they're gonna be trying to do something down here, so we may be able to get some good information, maybe do some interviews.
That would be fantastic. For
when you come down and we do some field work stuff, we might be able to get some stuff going on with that. So
hell yeah.
I'm so ready to get into the field and start doing some stuff like that, man. But like you said, I definitely want to wait till ticks calm down a little bit, dude. I just found out another one of my friends got alpha gal.
Oof.
And that's lot
rough.
of people. A lot of people around here's got it, dude. I don't know what I would do if I could not eat ribeyes anymore.
I'm right there with you. I just have to make myself sick.
Right.
I'm not giving up eating.
I would constantly be in pain because I would just eat steak still. I don't know what I would do.
We just shot a mini documentary just a few days ago, actually. We went out to an old Civil War cemetery where I'd been a few weeks ago shooting a promo for the show. Mm-hmm. And while we were out there shooting images, we caught a shadow figure moving between trees. So we went back out and shot like a 30-minute documentary at that cemetery, and we're hoping to have that edited and up on the channel in the next few days.
Sweet, hell yeah!
I think you guys get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when you come down, I'm going to show you the videos. I sent that one picture to you. That's just one picture.
Yeah, that's awesome. We need to get you guys on the show, back on my show, and talk about stuff like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sure. It's funny. I was doing some searching and I run across this book. It's called Cowboys and Dogmen: Skinwalkers, Werewolves, and Hellhounds of North America.
Dude, send me the link on that. I'll get that. I'll totally get that.
Yeah. It's Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff around here, and I mean, I kind of want to do like shoot a little mini documentary, you know. I need to get a little bit better on my organization skills with it though. Like, you know, I got so many ideas that run through my head. I'm constantly just moving. So I got to learn to write stuff
Shucking and jiving
and calm down, you know.
Yeah, that's my problem is I always forget to write down stuff.
I'm bad
and then
about
of
that.
course, like, you know, an hour later, I have no idea what the hell I was thinking about.
You know, something really good. You're like, oh, this would be great. That's why now I just text you random things all the time. That way it's in writing.
Yeah,
I try to
get some
keep
strange.
Yeah,
I try to keep a notebook with me pretty much whenever I go somewhere. And for the times that I don't, I installed a notepad feature on my phone. I get an idea, I'll just go to the notepad, jot it down, save it for
I've
myself.
got my phone with me all the time.
Yeah, most of us are rarely far from it.
For us, it's a lot about movies or, you know, some ghost story we want to talk about, or, you know,
what nude scenes are in horror movies that we gotta what second they come on. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. The important thing.
So I was scrolling through Pornhub the other day, and you know, I mean, it's stuff like that. You know, I'll go back there like 2 or 3 days later and be like, "Damn it, what was that chick's name?"
Post nut clarity.
Well, that would be post nut forgetfulness.
Nope. You got there, you find out what you need to do, and you're like, I feel better now.
He completely blew his mind.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters. But no, so yeah, I would say that I'm very interested in doing some research, and I am huge into werewolf stuff. I love that kind of thing, you know. I know JT does too. But vampires as well. I've been actually doing some side stuff, looking into some vampire stuff, and actually Jessica from Cryptid Huntress, she had an episode a couple days ago or weeks ago with the vampire lore.
Oh no, I meant to watch that.
Really cool shit,
and I missed it.
See, man, I try to share everybody's stuff.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do, and it's going to come to fruition. I just got to make it happen. And, you know, a lot of cool stuff that's been happening, honestly, behind the scenes is I'm trying to work on my organizational skills. I'm freaking so bad about it, man. I'm horrible.
You know, another place I'd like to go film, I'd like to get all my camera gear and come up and go to where you had that sighting and film some of the area, and then have you tell your story on camera.
Definitely, 1000%, dude. We can.
Got to keep your pants on for that.
Yeah, pants are optional.
Hey.
Oh, he's gonna.
I wasn't wearing pants at the time.
He's gonna do from tits up.
Tits up. That's gonna be the name of the fucking documentary,
dude. We're gonna start a new show called Tits Up. Keeping paranormal alive.
Talking about famous horror actors who've died.
Yeah.
Right. Mainly females. But no.
But the ones that, well, never mind.
I try. But no, I would definitely do that. 1000%. Like, and I could probably find some other stuff, some other people local around here that we can do. And also there's the Houston house is down here.
Nice.
In Newburgh, and
can we get in there though?
Oh, 1000%.
Can we?
I'll get in there.
Hell yeah, let's do that,
dude. It's you know, it's one of the Newburgh was a huge town. I mean, that's where the train station was. It had the roundabout. It was where you were at. The Houston house was like that classic thing. As soon as you roll in on the, you know, the Cowboys come off the freaking train or something, and boom, there's the freaking Houston house. That's your bar. That's your freaking hotel. That's your, you know, place where you get to talk to some females, you know.
Ladies of the night.
Ladies of the night. But yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff around here. We can start doing some work, man.
Hell yeah. I want to profile some of these creepy haunted places.
Oh no, we can't be profiling here. That's not allowed.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Like the kid said. But yeah, we'll definitely do that, you know. And we need to talk a little bit before we hang up anyway. So,
okay.
But
before we hang out.
once we finish this show, we'll talk on the other side. We will talk. You like that?
I did.
I've been listening to way too much Slaughter to Prevail. I've been trying. The dude is nuts, man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you ever listen to that dude, he sounds like. So I was listening to that, and my son's like,
He'd listen to that and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Dude, my son's listening to it, and he's like, "Dad, is that the devil?" I'm like, "No, it's not."
Yes,
son.
it is, son. Yes,
You know who's to creep me out when I'd listen to his music? King Diamond.
Oh yeah,
dude, I love King Diamond.
I do too, but some of his stuff, and you listen to it, you're like, well, what the hell am I listening to?
Love me some King Diamond, dude.
Oh, but
I just went and saw Ghost. Ghost
Nice.
was really good in concert.
Speaking of that, I watched a movie the other day called hold on, what was it? Ghost Dudes or Ghost Guys or something like that. It had freaking Jason Halls and on them. They played like this ghost hunting. It played themselves, but they were called something else.
Okay.
And then it had freaking like it had what's the Napoleon guy?
Napoleon
Dynamite had him.
Okay.
Had
John Hader, I think, or
yeah,
something.
Hatter, Hater, or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Had him. It had freaking what's the guy? He's Jason Long. Is that what his name is?
Yeah, the dude that always gets killed in every movie.
Yes, he is in it. There's a few people in.
You see that guy in a movie, you're like, that guy's dying.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
I mean, he does.
Kind of like,
and it's
kind of like Sean Bean. Yeah, Sean Bean's in the movie. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually funny as hell because like they're like he's trying to get to be on the Ghost Hunters team because you guys send in your shit and they're fucking doing this haunted house. They think it's haunted and shit, and they start seeing this weird shit and they hear all these noises and shit and these like weird. They think are ghost images come up and shit, but it's really just the meth lab, and these meth heads are trying to get in the fucking lead.
Oh god! Have you seen that that one paranormal? It's a comedy. It's got Nick Frost in it. I can't remember the name of it.
I know what you're talking about.
I've watched several episodes of that. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. God, what is the name of it?
I cannot think of the name of it.
I guess I don't.
It'll pop into my head as soon as it's a series.
It's a series on. I believe it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a series. But
Nick Frost cracks me up.
Yeah, it is really good. Really good. We just started. It's an older series, but we just started watching this series called Deadbeat. It's got I'm gonna mess this guy's name up, but Tyler Labine, the heavyset dude that was in Tucker and Dale.
Oh yeah.
He's in it, and it's funny. He can see ghosts, and he talks to ghosts and stuff. And we're about 4 or 5 episodes into the first season. It's pretty damn funny.
Dude,
Tucker and Dale still cracks me up every time.
Dude, that's still one of the greatest movies.
So I watched this movie the other night, and I can't remember if I talked about it with you or not, but I still don't know. So I watched a movie called Afterlife.
I remember you bringing that up, yeah.
Yeah, dude, and it's got Christina Ricci in it and Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But dude,
I've actually seen that.
It's got what's his name in it? Fucking Jason Long.
Yeah.
He's in it. But no, so I watched.
Does he die?
Isn't that the one where she like dies in the bathtub?
No, she gets in a car accident. But the whole thing about this movie is Liam Neeson is a fucking funeral director guy. He works he's a mortuary guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
he's got her laid out on the table.
She's all naked, walking around business.
Talking to her.
Like he supposedly talks to ghosts and shit or people. But the whole time you don't know if this chick is really alive and he's just fucking keeping her there or if she's dead. Yeah. Like, and I still, even after the end of the movie, do not know if she was actually alive or if she was dead. It was really good. It kept you like, you did not know through the whole movie. I was like, what the fuck? This movie's crazy. Plus you get to see Christina Ricci walk around naked like the whole time.
That's worth the price of admission. Right?
But anyways, guys, I think on that note, we're going to end this episode.
No, don't let it end.
Yeah, well, we got to talk to DA on the other side of this. So,
all right. Well, DA, it's always a pleasure having you on here as usual.
Yes, sir. As you guys see,
the pleasure was all yours.
It always is.
We try. But
we're actually gonna come on your show and finish this fucking chaotic conversation.
Yes, with no clothes on.
And
clothing optional.
You know, unfortunately, we can be a little more foul mouthed on our show than we can yours.
So basically, when we come
so
on a
that
show,
means
we
when
try
we
to
come on
behave.
your show, I'm going to leave Ryan at home.
yeah. So when you come
Um,
on a show, I'm just going to be like this.
have to get a beep button. Beep, 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 beep,
Dude,
beep, beep.
don't give us an audience. We'll act a fool. We really will.
But anyways, guys, check out DA. We've had this stuff going across here. DARoberts.net, the Nightmare Hunter Project.
Yeah, nightmarehunter.com.
Millions of
You can find him Facebook. It's DA Roberts Author.
Mhm.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, it's D.A. Roberts author on pretty much all social media.
Yeah, Instagram, X is gonna give it to you.
I love DMX. But anyways,
yeah,
also,
you can find him
check
anywhere.
out his books if you guys like cryptids. And I mean, he writes
Fantastic author. Fantastic.
some
Thanks,
of the
guys.
best.
Appreciate it.
Check out his YouTube channel. He's got DAX Machina. They do live shows. You still doing like 2 or 3 shows a week?
Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8
Wednesdays and Saturdays. Get over there, check that out, man. Their shows are phenomenal. He's always got some killer guests on there, and they're talking about a lot cooler shit than me and Ryan.
And sometimes we actually manage to stay on topic.
Yeah.
Unlike
sometimes
me and
this
Ryan. So,
anyways,
but anyway, man, it's always nice to have you on here, dude.
Hey, brother, anytime, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
Absolutely. All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Later, man.
All right, guys. All right, horror fam.
God, I love having him on, dude. He is so fun to talk to.
Got a boner.
Because he is just as fucking idiotic as we are.
I love it. Anyways, horror fam, we love you guys. Thank you for
absolutely.
your support.
Absolutely.
You know, but more importantly, as always, until next time, keep it creepy.